A political party representing some of Ethiopia's ethnic Sidama people said Thursday it would postpone plans to set up a new region in defiance of the federal government and would accept the offer of a referendum in 5 months. The plan to declare a new region would be a direct challenge to the federal government and could encourage 8 other ethnic groups to make similar demands. Their demands come at a time when there are reports of factions and conflict within Ethiopia's ruling People's Revolutionary Democratic Front Party. I spoke with Professor Brooke Hailu Besha of Ohio University and began by asking him, what is the underlying problem?
The case with Ethiopia is complicated but not unexpected. With the election of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in April 2018 as Ethiopia's new premier, some oppose his views because press freedom and the political association and thousands of political prisoners were freed, and those who were in exile, those who even undertook armed struggle in neighboring countries against the Ethiopian government, all were invited to come in. Journalists all were released, and Ethiopia became overnight a rock star, so to speak. And internet and social media was opened up.
But Professor, with all those accolades, with all those achievements, he still has a lot of critics.
Yes.
Some even asking him to resign, some calling him a traitor.
Yes.
So what is the problem?
Okay. There is freedom now, so people are unleashing their anger. Now with the opening, everybody wants to say something, everybody has an agenda, everybody even criticize him because they don't support him. And I think that's the beauty of democracy. Ethiopians should grow with it, with the democratic space. Everybody has the right to say something, even unreasonable ones. And I support Abiy for what he stands, for the sake of Ethiopia. But there are others who don't see it that way. So I think we should also do what? Entertain their thoughts.
But are they listening to the voices of those who are opposed to him?
Not all were happy with the coming to power of Abiy. Shall I say the old guard? They were not for democracy. They were really people who were angry that they even lost power. Once he was like a fire brigade. Once he puts out the fire in West Ethiopia, another will pop up. Another will pop up in the north, in the west, in the east. So that was the problem. As to the Amhara regional state, that was an inner party sort of struggle. There were groups, there are different parties in the Amhara region, the second largest populous state. They opposed the current leadership. They wanted, they are saying that you don't represent fully the Amhara people. They want to take the Amhara state to a very extremist way. The current government, which survived, has support from the Amhara people, but the other parties who are ultra-nationalists, they don't support him. Abiy is supported by the majority, but still there are those who don't see eye to eye with him, especially those who support the ethnic federalism arrangement that they put in place in the last 28 years.
Would amending the current constitution heal those divisions? What is the underlying issue with the current constitution?
Ethiopia is a multi-ethnic state. Dividing Ethiopia based on ethnicity, not giving individual liberty, but this ethnic solution is the problem itself. On the other hand, minority groups, they really want to maintain also their ethnic identity and things like that. So Abiy is walking in a very tight rope. People, literally, consensus is we want change, but how do we go about the change? Should we totally get rid of ethnicity? So this is the #1 agenda, I would say, that the Abiy regime and Ethiopian intellectuals are trying to chip in.
So what options does Abiy have at this point?
They are at the policy level studying it to find the ABCD kind of options. One is to have a constitutional amendment, and that has to be initiated in parliament and in the respective each governments. People are saying that we should wait for the next year's election, and once a new government comes to power, then one of the tasks of the new government is to make an total overhaul of the federalist system as a structure, state structure, as well as change the respective constitution as such.
What is the future of Ethiopia like right now?
The people are concerned in Ethiopia. They want peace, they want stability and progress. I predict in the coming few months the EPRDF will collapse totally. So they're going to realign themselves. The main party up to now will stand by itself and try to jockey for power and try to alienate and attract other groups. So we're going to have two forces. And in politics, what do? Based on your objectives and needs, you try to reconfigure it and jockey for power.
That was Professor Brooke Hailu Besha of Ohio University.